Imagine a time when travel in the Willamette Valley would have only been possible by boat because gigantic icebergs floated a massive lake that stretched from the Columbia River all the way to Eugene.
Hard to imagine, really. Grant McComey, though, meets a local man who wants to showcase Oregon's ancient history with hiking trails you can explore.
Rick Thompson is a detective, not crime, but Oregon history.
This way and this way.
He's on the trail of one of our oldest mysteries, how hundreds of Montana granite stones ended up in farm fields in the Willamette Valley.
They're just sitting there where the glaciers melted, and then he's finding them by stirring up the soil.
Icebergs in Oregon? It's true, says Thompson, a member of the Ice Age Flood Institute. Thompson's colorful map shows off ancient Lake Allison, a 400-foot deep lake that stretched from Kalama, Washington to Eugene, Oregon.
Used a topographical map and traced the 400-foot level all the way down to Eugene, showing all the little nooks and crannies where the valleys were filled with water.
He says huge floods roared through the Columbia River Gorge thousands of years ago, water all the way to the top, perhaps 100 times, and carried giant granite boulders called erratics deep into the Willamette Valley. In fact, several summers ago, while flying just a few hundred feet over the Willamette Valley in a hot air balloon, we saw Lake Allison's lasting marks on the valley floor. You could see the rise and fall of the lake bottom right there in the field. And then there's this erratic near Sheridan, Oregon, a state park that you can visit and touch. Or this one at Left Coast Cellars Winery, where you can visit the second largest erratic.
It affected the entire layout of the Northwest. It's why the shape of the Willamette Valley and the Portland Basin. The Lake Missoula flood is what brought the pioneers here, because all of the soil in the Willamette Valley and the Tualatin and Yamhill valleys was brought from Washington during the Lake Missoula floods.
That's right. The rich soil that drew pioneers to Oregon arrived with the erratics. Had it not happened, Oregon agriculture might never have developed. Back out in Washington County, Thompson tracks down more erratics across farmland. He's developing an Ice Age trail that travelers can soon journey and learn more about the ancient forces that shaped the Oregon we know today.
It's a detective story.
With photographer Jeff Kastner, Grant McComey, KGW.